Welcome to Senior Playbook. Today's episode tackles a type of medication nearly every older adult has reached for at some point: over-the-counter painkillers. Most of the time, people reach for either Tylenol, acetaminophen, or ibuprofen and naproxen, Advil and Aleve, which belong to a class called NSAIDs, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. I'll walk you through what you need to know about each, how they affect the liver and kidneys, where aspirin fits in, and which I consider safest overall for older adults. Let's start with acetaminophen. Outside the US, it's called paracetamol. It's effective at reducing fever and provides some pain relief. Its mechanism works primarily within the brain, while the other drugs work more broadly throughout the body. Acetaminophen actually one of the safer medications available for older adults, as long as you don't exceed 2,000 to 3,000 milligrams per day. The FDA's official maximum is 4,000 milligrams, fine for a day or two, but if you're taking it daily for ongoing pain, as many older people do for arthritis, stay at 3,000 milligrams or a bit less. The safety concern with acetaminophen centers on the liver. A massive single-day overdose, far exceeding 4,000 milligrams, can overwhelm the liver and cause liver failure. That's rare. More common is chronic high daily dosing, which strains the liver over time. If you have a liver condition or drink heavily, aim for 2,000 milligrams daily. Otherwise, 3,000 milligrams is probably fine. Acetaminophen has few other serious side effects and tends not to interact significantly with other medications. One trap acetaminophen hides in many other over-the-counter products: NyQuil, Theraflu, and prescription drugs like Vicodin and Percocet. It's easy to consume more daily acetaminophen than you realize. Always check labels. Pill strengths also vary, from 325 milligrams up to 750 milligrams. Acetaminophen works well for fever, but many people find the pain relief effect mild to moderate, likely because it's not truly an anti-inflammatory. Now, NSAIDs: ibuprofen, Advil, Motrin, naproxen, Aleve, naproxen, plus prescription NSAIDs like meloxicam, diclofenac, and celecoxib. NSAIDs work as anti-inflammatories and often provide substantial pain relief, but they're problematic for older adults because they cause side effects that get more dangerous with age, and these aren't rare reactions. They affect a significant number of people. NSAIDs interfere with the factors that prevent bleeding. Daily NSAIDs increase the risk of gastrointestinal bleeding in the stomach, small bowel, or colon. They can irritate the stomach lining. They affect kidney function, causing blood vessels to constrict and potentially decreasing kidney function or raising blood pressure. They cause fluid retention, which is especially concerning for people prone to heart failure. And research shows daily NSAIDs are associated with a modestly higher risk of heart attacks and strokes. Studies estimate roughly 41,000 hospitalizations and 3,000 deaths every year attributable to NSAIDs. Margaret, 76, came into our geriatric clinic, and when I reviewed her medications, she'd been taking a daily NSAID for 4 months for knee arthritis. I mentioned the risks, including GI bleeding, but she felt the medication was helping too much to stop. About 3 weeks later, she was hospitalized with a significant intestinal bleed her doctors attributed to the NSAID. The American Geriatric Society recommends that older adults avoid oral NSAIDs for chronic persistent pain like arthritis. That doesn't mean NSAIDs are never right. There are times someone has tried many approaches without success, and an NSAID makes a meaningful difference. The goal is an informed decision, rather than something done without awareness of the risks. One important development, diclofenac gel, Voltaren, is available over the counter. Applied to the skin, it's much safer than oral NSAIDs. It penetrates the tissue right beneath where it's applied and has far fewer systemic effects. If you're looking at drugstore options, topical diclofenac is worth knowing about. So, Tylenol or Advil or Aleve. Acetaminophen is safer for older adults. At recommended doses, even daily for months, we see very few serious side effects, provided you don't have liver problems, heavy alcohol use, or certain medication interactions. NSAIDs are more effective pain relievers, but the side effect profile carries real risk for daily long-term use. They're better suited for short-term use during a pain flare. Occasional use is fine. Daily habit is what to watch. A word on aspirin. It's technically a special type of NSAID, particularly effective on platelets, the cells that help blood clot. That's why aspirin reduces clotting and can help prevent strokes and heart attacks. But for pain relief, acetaminophen, or an NSAID, is generally preferred. The big change in recent years, daily baby aspirin for primary prevention, trying to prevent a first heart attack or stroke in someone who's never had one, is no longer recommended. The bleeding risk was found to be substantially greater than the estimated benefit. The Oxford Vascular Study found that in people aged 75 to 84, annual bleeding risk was 3.5%, while the probability of avoiding a heart attack or stroke from daily baby aspirin was considerably lower. Baby aspirin is still recommended for secondary prevention, for people who've already had a heart attack or stroke or are at very high risk. Other options worth knowing about. Topical pain creams include menthol, a cooling sensation, salicylate, related to aspirin, and capsaicin from chili peppers. Slight skin irritation paradoxically reduces the underlying pain signal. Do some trial and error to find relief. Topicals are generally safer than daily oral NSAIDs. A few more safety tips. Be careful about PM versions of painkillers. The PM ingredient is almost always an anticholinergic like diphenhydramine, Benadryl, which causes drowsiness by interfering with acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter crucial for memory and thinking. Anticholinergics aren't recommended for aging brains, especially regularly. If there's any memory concern or mild cognitive impairment, these can make thinking worse. Let your provider know if you're managing ongoing pain with over-the-counter products. People assume if something's available over-the-counter, it must be safe and doesn't affect their health care. It's not true. Your provider needs to factor it into your overall care, especially if you're using NSAIDs daily. On cannabinoids, briefly. CBD and THC products are becoming widely available, and patients tell me they experience pain relief, but the research base is still building. Studies so far indicate dizziness, sedation, and confusion are not uncommon. In geriatrics, that concerns us. Someone already frail or with compromised balance could face increased fall risk. CBD can also interact with prescription drugs. Potency and purity vary widely across products. If you want to explore this route, be careful. Find a clinician experienced in this area, loop in your regular provider, and monitor whether it's actually helping. Finally, think beyond drugs. If you have ongoing pain, bring it up with your doctor not just for medication, but for non-drug treatments. Our medical system is pill-oriented, but many other therapies help with pain. Physical therapy is often very effective. Massage can be beneficial. Acupuncture works well for some people. Cognitive therapies matter because the experience of pain is amplified by anxiety and focus. There's a real brain-body connection. The advantage of non-drug approaches is a low risk of side effects, which matters especially for older adults. Most prescription pain medications affect brain function and balance. They have a role, but use them judiciously at the lowest necessary doses, ideally combined with other approaches that make pain manageable. If this video helped you, do us a quick favor and hit that like button. It helps more seniors discover these tips. Drop a comment below and let us know which tip surprised you the most. We read every single one. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Senior Playbook and tap the bell icon so you never miss a new video. Your next chapter starts here. We'll see you in the next one.